Good morning and welcome to Build Your Best Life with Deborah D. Smith. Excuse me. My platform is designed to assist high school age and young adult males as they follow my basic principles to overcome obstacles from their personal lives and society and to build their best lives. I believe it is better to train early rather than to fix later. Again, good morning, and thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so happy to have everyone watching from all over the world this morning on Facebook, YouTube, as well as Periscope. So thank you again so much for tuning in. I love it. I love it. Well, if you missed the launch of April and my SWAT special weapons to avoid threats on Thursday, April 1st is when I launched the first of the month and my theme for the month. Please go back and view that video. That was Thursday, April 1st. And you can find that on Periscope, YouTube, and Facebook. But I talked about all the threats that can come at you at any time. You know, it's not like you're standing there waiting, but you're going about life doing what you love to do, what you normally do, and threats begin to come at you from all sides. You need to have some special weapons in place to assist and help you avoid those threats. And so that's basically what I talked about on this past Thursday. So please go back and look at that if you missed it. This morning, I'm going to go back and talk about some special weapons because, you know, I want people to be prepared at all times. Like I said, you never know when something's going to bounce up at you and you need to be able to react. So you want to be prepared. So I'm going to talk about that this morning. Good morning, Peggy. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful start to your weekend. So again, I'm going to talk about those special weapons. So, you know, I talked about it on Thursday, but, you know, again, threats can come just like that. You need to have those special weapons that will help you to thwart those threats. And then threats comes in all different sizes. And though they may all seem huge, they are not all huge. You have to learn to manage your threats one bite at a time. Now, Desmond Tutu once stated that the only way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time. Well, we all know that elephants are huge. I mean, they're huge. So imagine if that was your regular meal and you had to eat that elephant, you know, where to start, you know, either like a leg or an arm or whatever. You don't have arms, you got legs. But, you know, where would you start? One bite at a time. Well, what Desmond Tutu was relating to was that when things come upon you, you may not be able to take it on all at one time. But if you break it down into smaller pieces, then you can manage that small piece of that small bite. So that's how I'm going to target this morning, by going at things and teaching you how to not get overwhelmed with the big picture, but to kind of break it down. Good morning, Dan. Thank you for tuning in. So as I stated, there are different types of threats, and we talked about those on Thursday, but there can be things from your past where you were physically abused, verbally abused, molested. You can be going through bullying right now. You can be have someone approaching you trying to get you to join a gang. You can have someone trying to get you to sell drugs or go somewhere that you don't want to go. Or they're going somewhere you have no idea where they're going, but you know that they're up to no good. You don't want to go, but they're trying to get you to do that. You have bullying in school. You have cyber bullying now. So you never know when there's going to be something that somebody put on social media that may not be true about you, or you allow someone to take a picture. Now they have it posted on social media. And recently I learned that people can actually, they've gotten so good, and I don't know why when people have these type talents, they don't use it to make money, but they rather hurt people. But you can, if you've seen the video where it appeared that former President Barack Obama was saying something because you saw his mouth moving to the words, it was his face, it was not him. So they can, like overlay my words, someone else's image, while they are doing things that are illegal or no good. So you have all these different types of threats coming at you. Education, your grades are not well, or you want to go to college, you don't know how you're going to make it. So it just begins to become overwhelming. And then from that, you may develop low self-esteem. You don't want to go anywhere. You just want to stay in your room. That's not good when you're young. So it's like, what do I do? Then from the low self-esteem, if you still are not getting help or not addressing it, no one is saying, okay, something's not quite right, what's going on? It can get to the point of you having suicidal thoughts, taking those thoughts into action, or maybe I'm not speaking to you, but someone, loved one that you left behind because you did commit suicide. And there are a lot of different threats that I could talk about. I'm going to try to talk about a couple, but one I'm going to start with because it is so prevalent among African American males that are 15 to 24. It's a major threat that has taken a lot of our young men out. I'm going to start talking about that one. So what you have to do is, it's not like you're just going to wake up one day and say, oh, I want to commit suicide. There was something that occurred. It didn't get addressed. It continues to go on. It gets added on to, it festers, it gets worse and worse and worse and worse and worse until it's this huge thing that you cannot tolerate any longer. So then you begin to think about suicide. So let's break this thing down one bite at a time. So the first thing you have to do when a threat is coming at you is to stop and think about it. You got to stop and think about it. I know you say, well, it's bad. I don't want to think about it. I just want it to go away. Well, it's not just going to go away. So you have to stop and think about it. So is this threat a big threat or small threat? And if it's happening to you, most times you think everything is huge. But if you stop and think, everything is not huge. And I'm trying to think of something that is not huge, that is manageable. Okay, just say you're getting ready to go to the prom, and you've already You already had a tux. All you had to do is get your accessories. And you realize you can't fit into the tux. Okay, that's not detrimental. You have a month. So there are some things you can do. You can go on a walking regimen to lose the weight to fit in the tux. You don't have to panic and just get depressed about, you know, I already got the tickets, I got a date, now I don't have anything to wear or whatever. So that's something that would not be major. Trying to think of something else. You get into I won't say argument, but your parent, you have one of your parents, and they are saying, "Oh, you're not you never amount to anything. You're just gonna grow up. You're just gonna be no good and shiftless like your dad." Okay, that may sound like it's huge. I'm gonna grow up and I'm not gonna be anybody. I'm gonna be like my dad. Well, no, I don't know my dad. He hasn't been around. My mom's saying I'm gonna be like him. Am I really? Stop to think about it. Then you have to think, I'm my own person. I'm not my dad. I'm not being raised by my dad's parents. The people that were around my dad are not around me, so why do I have to end up like him? So that one may not be that big. You can hear your mom and not hear on that time. And I'm not saying disrespect parents, but any association that is not speaking positively into your life, sometimes you got to block them out. And parents are all on different levels, and some parents are not as mature. No one has taught them to always speak positive to their children, so they don't know. So they may speak those things, but you have to realize that that does not have to be me. And so that's one of those ones that you don't let become a big one. You handle that while it's small. And you may very politely say, you know, Mom, I know you look at some of the things I do and you talk to me because you want me to do better. But, you know, saying I'm going to be like my dad doesn't help. You know, I don't want to be like my dad. You know, I'm going to have a family one day. I'm going to be there for my family, support my family. So, you know, please don't label me as going up to be like him. I'm going to be my own person, you know, and it would help me if you would, you know, speak positive to me and say, instead of saying I'm going to be like my dad, say, you know, you need to try to do better so you won't be like your dad. So that's something that you're taking a small bite of and you're managing it. But if it's something huge, like physical abuse, or you're being bullied, or your peers are just after you to join gangs, or go robbing people, or getting into mischief or doing things that you shouldn't be doing, those things you have to really stop and think and break them down, but they are manageable. So some of the things you think about, this thing that's really bothering me, that has me in this low place, is it something from my past, or is it something that's going on today? And I've talked about, is it something major or something minor? Excuse me. Is it something that I can manage on my own, or will I need help? The example I gave from your mom speaking negative, you can handle it on your own. You will need a little help with that one, and that's just for her to begin to speak positively. Even if she doesn't, though, you can still do some things to make your life better. So that one you can handle on your own. How long has this thing been going on? So those are some of the things that you will need to assess to figure out, let me break this thing down because I can handle it. I know I can. Or if not, one of the questions I ask, do you need help? If you need help, then you need to reach out. If you don't know where to go, who to go to, depending on what it is, some things you can Google. So if it's just that, I don't know, say, if it's something gang related or drug related, you need to really reach out to someone that's authoritative figure. So if you know someone that's in law enforcement that will keep your confidence, a parent or a mentor, you need to go to them and, talk to them. I need to speak with you. I want to do the right things in life. I'm looking, toward my future. I want to have a great future, whatever, life brings, whether, I'm trying to go to college. Right now, I'm good at basketball. I don't know if that's going to lead to being able to play in college, get a scholarship, maybe go pro, but I do want to get an education. So there are some things in life that I really want to do. And my peers are trying to get me to join a gang. My peers are trying to get me to sell drugs, and that's not something I want to do. What can I do to avoid those situations, to show them that that's not something that's interesting me at all? I'm not going down that path. And then there's someone that can talk with you to help you. Prayer is always good. Pray about it. But find someone that can help you. And, a lot of times you say, well, those peers are my friends, so I don't want to do a certain thing, but I want them to be my friends. If they're trying to get you to do something that's illegal or wrong, that could cause you to have to go to jail or worse, get killed or something, they're not your friend. There's someone that's in your life that you associate with. They're not your friend. They don't take care of you. That's not where you get your food from. That's not where you get your shelter from. So there's no reason why you have to keep them in your life or associate yourself with them. Find someone else to be with, someone that's trying to go in the same direction that you are going in. And I said I was going to talk about suicide, but with that one, it is very, very important that you get to the root of it. Is it something from my past that's bothering me, or is it something that's going on now? Of course, if it's something from your past, it doesn't make it any less minor than something that's going on now. But if it's something from your past and it's not occurring now, you gotta get past it. It's gone. It happened. There's no big eraser in life. You can't go back and erase it. It happened. You can make up your mind. I will probably never ever forget it, but I don't have to recall it every single day of my life and replay it over and over and over again. I have to, in my mind, in my soul, in my spirit, forgive that person. They were wrong. They did the wrong thing. They did not treat me right. But as long as I hold hatred for them, I'm not going to get better. So you need to get past it. If it's something that somebody is still currently doing to you, there is help for you. You can, even if it's a parent. Parents have employee assistance programs where you can go and speak with someone. Everything will be held in confidence. The only time it is not held in confidence is if you are likely to harm yourself or someone else, or if someone is harming you. So they will know what to tell you to do, how to get you to that next step to get help if someone is abusing you in any type of way. And like I said earlier, sometimes people don't do better because they don't know better. So if someone is verbally abusing you, they won't call that person in and talk with them unless you are comfortable with it. But if you're comfortable with it, which is probably the best thing to do, then they will get you and that person, even if it's a parent, together. And they know how to talk to them about their parenting style, they are harming you by talking negative, you know, cursing you out or calling you names or whatever. But it is something that will help. So, you know, so there is something to do if it's in your past, if it's currently going on, but you do need to get help. And it is something that a mentor, well, depending on what it is, a coach can help with some things, but depending how deep that hurt or whatever it is, it may need to be a counselor rather than a coach to assist you. But there is someone to assist you. You might say, well, I can't afford it. Well, there is help out there for people that cannot afford, especially if you are a youth or a young adult. There is help out there. So determine if it's major, minor, if it's from your past, or if it's currently going on. Find someone to talk to. You have to get it out of your system to begin that healing process. Because if you don't, it's going to get worse. And that's where it gets into the suicidal thoughts and actions. And you have to get to a place where you love yourself. You know, so even if someone is doing something to you, whatever, at the end of the day, you have to be able to look in the mirror and say, hey, God made me. I cannot continue to allow them to damage me. I have goals. I have things in life that I want to do. So I need to make up in my mind. I'm gonna bite the bullet and I'm gonna move forward. I'm gonna stop letting them drag me down. I am worth saving. And then go talk with someone else. You can talk with someone at church. And if you are, you know, worried about confidentiality and you're not sure, you can always approach someone. My friend is having a problem. They don't have anybody to talk to. Can I give you this scenario? They don't have to know it's you, but talk about it. Get the help you need. It will make a big difference. And like I say, suicide is a big thing. So when you begin feeling worthless, your self-esteem is not the best, that is the best time to begin to reach out to get help. And if it's not your parent that you're having an issue with, and hopefully it is not, majority of the time it is not, reach out to them and let them know what's going on. I know a lot of times parents seem to be so very busy, they don't have time, you don't want to bother them, whatever, but they will take the time. If you let them know, I really need to sit down and talk with you about something that's very important, they should find the time to talk with you. So please reach out to your parent. It's very important, because when you begin to talk and get it out, that's when you can get help. You know, a lot of times people will do things to you, whether it's someone, you know, that's in the family, outside of the family, they'll physically abuse you, molest you, or do whatever, and tell you, and you better not tell anybody. Don't tell your parents. If you tell your parents, I'll kill you. Kill them. Most times they'll say they'll kill your parents. No, they won't. That's just because you're young, and that's a scare tactic. They will not kill you. Let your parent know. If you're afraid to tell your parent, that's the time you need to contact law enforcement, 911. That's an emergency. And they will get you to the proper persons. But you definitely need to let someone know if you are being abused in any way. But please, 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 these suicidal thoughts begin at a lower place. So let's take this one bite at a time and begin thinking, you know, I need help. Who can I talk to? I need to talk with someone, because my life is important. I want to be around to have a family of my own. Look back when I get grandkids and how my life was, and I enjoyed my life. You want it to get better, not worse. So please, please, please reach out and get that help that you need. These are special weapons that you can utilize to assist you in building your best life. So I thank you so much for tuning in this morning. I hope this information was helpful to you or someone that you know, and you can share the information with them. So please share this video, like it, leave me comments. I don't know that you are engaged or this information is helping if I don't get any comments. So please assist me by doing that. I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing, but I need you to step up and let me know if I'm helping. And please, please, please visit my website. I have a website, and I, excuse me, from my website, then you can find out more about Build Your Best Life. You can find more out about myself, view my calendar of events. I have some great events coming up on Saturday, May 1st. My Mothers with Sons seminar. I can't believe it. This is my second annual seminar. It's coming up May 1st. It begins at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to have 6 speakers, and I'll give you more about that real soon. But I am looking forward to this year. Last year was phenomenal, so I'm looking forward to it. And then on June 12th, Men and Boys Conference. That was that was awesome last year. So I'm looking forward to that as well. But look at my calendar of events, and then I release a blog each Monday that is also out there on my website. And then of course in my web store, you can find all of the services that I offer: coaching, consultations, speaking engagement, webinar, speaking engagements, and of course, you can get a autographed copy of my book, Build Your Best Life. It was written out of my passion to assist high school age and young adult males in building their best lives. And to do that, they need people around them that can assist them and help them to grow and go the right way. And that's parents, grandparents, coaches, pastors, mentors. So this book is for everybody, and it will help. So go out on my website, www.buildyourbestlife.org, and look at all my services, information on my book, as well as more about my platform. So again, thank you for tuning in. Please join us on Tuesday, April 6th at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Miss Delarice Allen will be on our parents chat. So please tune in. That's Tuesday, April 6th at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm super excited to have Miss Allen on. She is a phenomenal woman. For those of you who don't know her, but please join us this Tuesday. So thank you again for tuning in. Enjoy your weekend. And as you go on your journey to be and have a better life, you will run into distractions, pitfalls, detours, and rough terrain. Don't let any of those negative aspects of your journey stop you. Though they may slow you down, keep going to be a better you so that you can build your best life. Again, thank you so much. Enjoy your weekend. Happy Easter. Be blessed. Be saved. See you Tuesday.